Hey Thunder fans, welcome back for another edition of Thunder Insider. I'm Gemma Fagan and I'm joined by John Scardetta, and our special guest this week is Jonathan Bremner. So let's start things off with the rundown of the week before last. We played the Newcastle North Stars. I'll throw it to you, John, and you can give us a bit of a rundown on how the boys went.
Yeah, not the ideal start to the season, I guess. You can't question the effort of the guys, and they played well for long periods of both games, but unfortunately only able to take 1 point out of the entire weekend. A shootout loss on the Saturday, 3-2. Late goal from Ben Bro. A snipe from the slot late in that game levelled it up, and weren't able to come up with the extra point in the shootout. But then Sunday, a late goal conceded. Really tight game, a 2-1 game, and two third period goals, and a late one conceded with about 7 minutes to go. And we couldn't quite repeat the magic of the Saturday and get the late tying goal. But can't doubt the effort on both days. I thought both teams were outstanding across the full 60 minutes on both days, and yeah, it was fantastic to see.
And from a player's perspective, Jonathan, how do you think you guys went, and where could you kind of work on?
Well, it's no secret Newcastle are a great team. So they played a very suffocating kind of defensive structure, and I think we missed the speed of Andrew Cox and Jamie Woodman on the back end as well. But moving forward, I think we'll get a better performance against the Mustangs. We're really excited about that.
You just touched on that. We were missing, there was actually quite a lot made about how the North Stars were missing players, but we also were missing some of our more important players too. Jamie Woodman being one of our best defensemen, Andrew Cox, one of our better goal scorers, and also an import who is just arrived, Jessica Bernard, is actually tonight training with the boys for the first time. Yeah. So do you think that...
They'll be valuable additions. We can't harp on about who wasn't on the ice, however, so looking at who was there, we could have it must have been a frustrating game to watch, because we just really couldn't penetrate and get any offensive pressure for sustained periods. So, it wasn't good enough on our part, so we're really excited about another opportunity this weekend against Melbourne.
So going into Melbourne, what can we expect this weekend from the boys, Jonathan?
Well, they're a team we usually play pretty well against. If you look back on the history, they lost their first 2 games, I believe, and then had a very impressive performance against the Brave on Sunday, routing them 7-1. So they have definite local talent and firepower on the front end, so we're going to have to try to counter that.
Yeah, Jamie Burke scoring a hat-trick on Sunday, as we touched on. He's been fantastic. Vadim Vergisov as well, a couple of goals on the Sunday. Yeah, they would have been really disappointed with their first up performance. They were shut out by the Melbourne Ice. That's a huge rivalry in Melbourne. It always sells out the O'Brien Group Arena, and they would have been disappointed with that. They put in a reasonable performance on the Saturday, but then really 6 third period goals against the Brave on Sunday. They were fantastic. So it'll be a big challenge for the guys this weekend. As you said, the 3 inclusions that come into the squad, you get probably the best defenseman in the squad coming back in Jamie Woodman. Such a great defensive defenseman, great skater, moves the puck through the neutral zone really well. Not a huge point scorer, but really he's a great distributor of the puck from the back end, and so he's invaluable to the team. And Andrew Cox, as we said, he's just a known goal scorer. Centers that local line, the second line, and he and Geordie Koros work really well together, so he'll be a huge inclusion into the lineup, and can't wait to see what Jessica Bernard brings to the lineup as well.
Absolutely.
So if you're keen to come down to see the boys play on Saturday, the tickets are still available at perththunder.com.au, and you can also get tickets at the door. So if you run out of time buying them online, you can actually just rock up on the day, and the puck drops at 4:30 here at Perth Ice Arena. So now we've touched on that, more to a bit of fun. The boys actually had a bye last weekend and decided to have their annual golf day. I believe assistant coach...
he brought his game.
He brought it. Right. So assistant coach, that was...
Darren Bryce.
Darren Bryce got it, and I believe the general manager, Stan Scott's group...
Yeah, they've got golf game, there's no doubt about it. Some people taking it more seriously than others, but it was a fun day and a good group get together for the guys through a bye weekend.
I believe you were the best dressed there on the weekend too.
Let's try to put in a good performance.
Alright, well that wraps up another edition of Thunder Insider. Hope to see you all again next week, and see you at the game on Saturday and Sunday.